And hello there everyone, welcome back for more Prison Architect. Now in the last episode we continued on with our waterworks project, which basically means replacing all the outer walls with unstable waters to make sure that our beloved friends and prisoners can no longer just dig their way out. Which they've been proven to be fairly good at so far. And then we have also given them some outside areas to play with, some yards. One for each, because we have our lower security and our normal security wings pretty much up and running. Still need some electricity here for the medium security, and then it is also time to start building our parole offices as well as visitors, because at the moment we still have 148 families waiting to visit, and the 65 of them are up for parole. 65 out of 148, so it's approximately half of them that are ready for their parole hearing. Most of them will be denied, but let's get that up and running. Now, we are a little bit short on money, and since the latest update in the mods, there's also the small table needs to be positioned in a certain way in order for it to work, so I need to move all of the tables one block just to make sure that they have access to all sides so they can use it. Now, we've put some timers here on the doors, so they automatically open. Let's have a look for this one. During the free time, the yard time, the work and free time, because we also have the classrooms on this side, so they don't really require the guards anymore that much to open the gates for them. Which is good. Okay, so we are now minus 1,000. Yeah, here we have the same issue with the small table, so let's dismantle that one. And ideally I would like to move this. But I don't know how. So, it's standing nice and pretty on that side so far. We'll just leave it as is. We'll build a new recycling later. Okay, so now we have 2,000 in plus. That means we get to spend some money. And also what we still need to do, and that's already since a couple of episodes, we need to buy some of our shares back, because they're getting really expensive now. We sold it for 10,000-15,000, and we now need to buy it back for 80,000. Okay, so I can buy it back. Just means I'm very much in minus right now, which is okay too. I mean, they're working very hard to get some money back in. There we go, that's the first 6,500. Yes, I'm selling it manually at the moment, because they still need to learn to rework the tables. Get that done with high priority. And then, oof, now we have the problem because they don't have money to buy new trees. Okay, that is considered a problem. That really is a problem. Now, do we have anything here in grants? Taser therapy. Well, actually, we don't have any grants open, do we? No. Okay, so the MaxSec infrastructure, we can implement it, because the body armor we have, the tasers we have. Places CCTV cameras throughout your prison. I don't know what is required there, but we can build the CCTV monitor, and we can build some cameras. Now, the laundry, do we have somebody working there already? I think so. So, there we go. That is 20,000 right in the pocket. Build 20 school desks. We have 10 prisoners. That's going to take time. Manufacturing, produce 30 licenses. I think we are nowhere close to there. Okay. Do we still have? Ah, okay. So they are working on that. Well, that's only putting us 8,000 in minus. Clean the tool, remove the supply. That's never going to happen. Cell block C, raise it to 100. Well, we have that, so that is also easy money in the pocket. And look at that, we are back into the positive. So we've purchased back 10% of our prison. We have all the new trees already up and standing. And we still have 10,000 additional coming in, which is good. So now we can put here our utilities. We want a power station in here. And let's do it right straight away. There we go. Okay, we don't have the funds for that one, but at least we have most of the capacitors around it. Then, whilst we wait for them to build that, let's have a look that we get our security, because this room we actually built for security. Now, we haven't assigned it yet, so let's assign it to security and it will tell us exactly what they want in there. Room requirements is, okay, so we don't see it. Offices for your, an office for your officers. Well, okay, that's cool. So what do we build in here? Technically we could do a door control system. Let's search for security. Okay, let's give the poor ladies a water fountain to drink from. And we still need to unlock surveillance. Okay, so that is on the way. It's going to take us an entire 9 minutes. Then we'll go for the door control system. He has an unknown reputation. Well, let's see if we can also get some snitches. But for that we need to have them all in isolation, and that one definitely not going to snitch. That's also another thing we still need to put up. We need to put up our snitch sorter. Okay, so let's get this one up. Why did I put the fountain there? Not sure, we have one, so let's put it in there. Then now we have the CCTV monitor, which is good. Phone tab, let's get 2 of those up. And then electricity we have right there, so that ought to work. Our MaxSec would like to get some access to telephones and phone calls. Do we not have phone booths here? Yeah, we do. Okay, and then we still have our criminally insane. How are we looking with them? We have a capacity of 20. We have 21. And oh yeah, these ones still don't have water. Well, we only put half the pipelines because we ran out of money. Sounds like a familiar problem. Okay, so we also can put that in. There we go. Slowly we're getting where we need to be. Still have 6,000 in the plus. The trees are nicely and growing. So that's all looking good. I have no idea what that was. We'll just pretend it is supposed to be like that. Some random sounds, that's okay. I have a beautiful computer who can deal with that. So where do we want to put the cameras? I think we're just going to start off with having the ladies up here. Right there. And then one there and one there. Then let's also keep an eye on it here. Okay, now that ought to do for now. We have very few cooks in there though. Did we kill them off again? In the last riot, did we lose some? Plenty of jobs, programs. Here we have it, staff. Well, we have some of them who are fairly tired. And well, everybody seems to have been fed, so can't be too much of a problem. They're tired though. For those who are really that tired and want to go to sleep there, and then let's also give them some showers. Make sure that they have some water attached to it. It seems to be a fairly common problem for us because we tend to forget that a lot. Okay. Now, do I have any workers left or... Oh, that's what I figured. And we really need to stop the supply of everything illegal. Okay, so the CCTV cameras are up. Let's connect them. There, that ought to do. Then door control system. Let's also connect all these lot. And that's for the simple reason that if other staff needs to go in there, we don't have to wait for security during the close times. But somebody can just open the doors from here. Now, because they're all linked, I think it also means that when one door opens, they all open. But that's fine. I mean, we have so much locked. Now, let's connect the phones so we can start listening in on their conversations, and let's see if we can find out where some of our contraband is coming in. Okay, let's split them because they can only listen to one conversation at a time. And since they are not here and there at the same time. Let's take it there. How many you had here? 3. So you take 4 down there. And you take the other 4 down here and the other 4 up there. So that at least covers most of the phones. We get to listen in into some of the conversations, which is good enough for now, and that eventually should give us in that's giving us the dangers. That is everything that's been found in the last 24 hours, which means a lot has been found here and has been smuggled out from there. Look at that. So they're literally walking around with all the equipment a lot, and that's where it gets smuggled to and from. Which means stolen from, yes. Most of it comes from here. Owners are unknown. Okay, so mainly what we need to do is we need to shut down the canteens. Then let's have a look at our gangs. We still have 2 different gangs in there. We have 3 different gangs in here. And they are consistently trying to murder each other. So far they haven't managed yet, so that's okay. And the yards have not been claimed by either one. Good. So let's go into objects. We have a couple of these. Which means everybody coming and going out. Then prisoner's direction. It is either in or out. Oh, and now I don't remember objects. It's on that side. So it is out is through that side and in is through here. Cool. Now let's see that it works. After, of course. Here we have electricity, here we don't, so let's get that also built. And then let's see that we shut down our weapon supply from the canteen a little bit more. Okay, also let's get some lights in here. Objects, light, wall light. Yeah, we'll give them a wall light. Yeah. Yeah, some of them are not the smartest. Well, what can we do? So let's see if we now manage to cut down a little bit on that. And oh yes, that's what we were working on for them here. Now let's get here rooms. Let's start off with a parole. Now they don't have a lot of requirements. All that they need is they need to be indoors and they need to have a visitor's table. So they go on one side, then we need to have one space in between. Or we could have them like this, there and there. That also works because then we have the space here. Now let's assign some room to it. Roll. Oh, of course. For that I need to wait for this to be built, so here. Now let's have a look. Yes, we'll get to this one in a minute. We'll cut down the metal detectors, and like here we'll also set up the extra entrance here, which is going to help them with the flow. And maybe just because we enjoy it, we might call for a full shakedown. Do we want to do a tunnel search first? I mean, I shouldn't really... Oh. I thought we completed that here, so let's do search the toilets here. And let's demolish the walls. Yeah, let's take out and let's do a dismantle. For the rest, let's get rid of it. And then let's see that we get the next wing up here as well, so we can close this off and I can build my water fence. There we go, let's do a full tunnel search. The way they prefer it, apparently. Okay, so here we have a potential CI. Let's recruit him. We have another one here. That is good. Then we have one here. Let's get some informants in. We're not going to pull them into security yet because it would be too suspicious at the moment. But we got it fairly nicely covered. Now here, forget it, I'm not going to get any, but that's okay. And then let's see anyways tomorrow how our stolen equipment here is. I like it. We're doing a full tunnel search and we're finding all sorts of other stuff. Ah, and we found a tunnel. Who is trying to dig where? Probably one of these. There we go. Look at that. They were properly on their way to dig their way out all the way to here. Is the Shawshank Redemption all over? That's taken them I don't know how long. But that's cool. We found it before they could do any damage with it. So. Now let's fix it. Yes. The culprit's now okay, so I have a nice batch of CIs here. Oh, I have another potential there. That is good. Now, I need to be careful with the CIs, because if they get discovered, then I need to put them in protective custody. And that, unfortunately, is something. Destruction, escape attempt, found weapons. Yeah, that's somebody I would like to have as confidential informant. Okay. Now, am I going to be able to completely shut down the full supply of weaponry? Absolutely not. So, but I think it is time to spend some money here. What do we have? 205 out of 207. That's fine. We can call it off, because the last two are probably the ones for the gang. So what I want is, it is full time, so I need to wait. Well, I can build the foundation. And one minimum security wall. And what do I need? I need 5 by 22. So 5 by 22 it is. This one does seem to run a little bit smoother than the others. Okay, now, and let's get this set up. So now we can assign the rooms. Now, and the parole is no longer a full office we have to assign. This is enough. They don't need a lot of privacy to discuss it anymore, I have decided. Good, so that is 8. That is 10 at a time, that will absolutely do. Let's get a wall in between there. Main sec wall. Here. Then we need a gate, a door. Let's just put a normal door. We put one here, and one there, one there, one there, and one there. And here we'll have a set of doors. I mean, they're just going to use probably only one of them, but it's about the idea. So we have the doors through there, then deployment. Let's put it for the minimum security only. Let's do the same for our classrooms here, actually. And I think we have all the areas for now. Let's put those two as access onlys. And I still have him stationed there. He doesn't really need to be stationed there. I'd rather have him stationed here. Because this part we're going to take out anyways in a minute. It has no additional use anymore. And oh yes. Visitors table. Let's spend some money on it. There. Now, technically we could use the metro stops. Which would be good for our parole officers to come in and out, but there's the doors coming. And there's the other doors coming. They're putting up the wall. Very nice. Because that also means that we can start with the parole hearings. Now, let's see that we get our visitor booths up. How big are they? Prisoner. Like that. And that way, if I put a wall here, I would like to think that on this side I only need the visitor's door there, and I mean I can have a normal door on that side. And let's assign it as visitation. Okay. Now, let's have a look at our programs. We scheduled a lot. We have 22 interested in foundation education, but so far only 7 in queue. Okay, well that's the max. Woodwork, tree chopping, that's all cool stuff. General education, nobody. Parole hearing, 58 in queue. There we go. Let's get that up. Until 6 p.m. Yeah, that will do. No, I'm not going to do until 10. We only do that until 6 p.m. Okay. And there we have our visitors waiting. Keep in mind, so far it is only for minimum security. And it's nearly 2 p.m, so we should see our first parole hearings coming in as well. At least I think. Let's have a look. Parole. Yeah, see? All of them still digging through here because we've put the walkway up, but we didn't finish it from this side on yet. Which is... Okay, so there we have the parole officers. Let's have a look how they're doing. Character, biography. Well, at least he pled guilty. Okay. They're teaching the parole hearings. Well, he's having some family visit. It's his mom. Ah, isn't that cute? Okay, so there are the staff doors. That doesn't work. That's, I thought the parole officers would be treated as staff. Clearly they're not, so we need to get the visitors doors in there. And then let's take out our recycling here. Although they're working on it very hard. 15,000 early release prisoner reward. Oh. So they did release quite a few of them. Which is nice of them. Okay, utilities, let's get the last capacitator on there. Now we want some electricity on that side. And oh yes, we wanted to build a shop around here. But oh, I didn't assign anybody to work here yet, so let's... logistics, prison labor. There, so they can start organizing that part. Now, and let's have a look at intelligence. The last 24 hours. Stolen from, yeah, that's still a lot, but... It has become a lot less. Here as well, but... This was the important part. Okay. Let's get that up and running. Then we have the first block of visitation up. Let's get the visitor stores in there. And yes, I'm turning all the tables around because I noticed that I have them built the wrong way. Besides that, my workmen are not busy or anything, so they have time for this. Okay, there you go. Work. Then, since this is still open here, I need to close that off. And let's put barred wall on that side and a staff fence on that side, so I can make this also access only area. Well, then they're going to go through here. Well, no, that's also access only, so it doesn't matter one way or another. Deployment, access only. No, we can't yet. Okay, now it is time to hit a full shakedown. There's a lot to search. And a lot of prisoners to make unhappy. Okay, let's dig out all our informants and let's get them into the security office, just so we can see everything that we need to see. Ideally we get all of them on the same time. Okay, so let's pause it quickly. That's all been arranged. Yeah, that's cool stuff. That's everything they throw in, that's fine. There's one that has it thrown in right there. Now we have a coverage of 73% at the moment. Throwing in some forks, some medications. Okay, that one is actually dangerous because we don't have access to that area. Well, they have access to that area. But this one is the most concerning one, so let's get him. And let's get him on lockdown for 24 hours. And let's now research also. I thought we had that life discipline. Permanent punishments. Okay, so I need to get a lawyer on it so I can permanently put him onto his wall. Let's get those ones deactivated, because otherwise the suspicion is going to go up too much. Okay, those are the next ones. Do they have anything new to say? Well, him we can search. Anything else we didn't know yet? No, those ones we knew about. No, not really. Cool. So then let's also release them. And they're nice and busy with their shakedown. For that we can now also assign this as access only. Yes. Okay. And look at that. Okay, so let's speed up time. Let's get that shakedown done. See, they had a nice attempt there. They didn't make it though. Look at that, but it did dig a lot. It's a good thing that we closed it off just in time. Let's close up the tunnels. They really like to dig. They're digging a lot in this in the latest updates. Okay, so now I need to think of what I want to do here. That's a notebook page. Let's going to cost us 80,000 to expand to it. Question is it worth it at the moment? I don't know. Let me think about that. That's it for me for now. Thank you very much for joining. And while we finish off the shakedown here, I say on your way out, please do remember to hit that like and subscribe button to the channel. We've gained quite a few subscribers over the last couple of days. Thank you very much for joining. And of course, any likes, comments and feedback on these videos is highly appreciated. Thanks for joining. See you next time here for more Prison Architect.